my start, I just can't stop. I love you from the bottom to the top. Nothing is forbidden when we touch. Ooh, yeah.
I lost my place.
I won't. I lost my place. I'm gonna. It ain't too much left, baby.
I wanna do all the
yeah.
things your man won't do.
Oh, yeah.
I'll do them for you.
Oh, I got a Jones in my bones for you. There ain't a damn thing that I won't do. I'll make your body dream with my sex machine. I won't stop until I hear your mother scream.
Why that nigga mama? Why her mama?
Yeah.
I'm feeling inside every line that I ride. I just hope I don't cry. I'm just spitting. Yeah, I'm just spitting.
So man, we back. We back
For
we
another
back,
one.
We back.
Another
We
one.
back. Welcome to Dropping Dymes.
But I ain't no snitch.
I'm Wallace, and I'm gonna tell you my truth.
I know your goddamn name.
But what about the person that's their first episode?
Well, hey, man.
So if y'all didn't know, that's Brandon. He's an asshole.
No. Hold on. No, I'm not.
Now that's all over you.
Now that we put that in the atmosphere.
Now I'm about to be the best guy ever on this episode. Thanks a lot. You fucked up the episode.
It's gonna shine through. You can't hold it back.
So that's Wallace, as he told y'all. That's Brandon. I'm Byron.
Byron.
This is the Dropping Dymes Podcast. Thanks for coming to spend a little time with us, man.
Episode 13, boy.
Episode
It's
motherfucking
about
13.
to get deep.
Man, you heard that nigga?
Yeah.
I'm just giving an intro.
God,
nigga.
damn.
That's
It's
an
about to
intro.
get deep.
You want me to get it to him again? Hey, I'm Wallace.
Don't do me like
This
that.
is Wallace. This is Wallace. This motherfucking Brandon.
Don't do me like
And I'm
that.
Byron. This is the Dropping Dymes Podcast.
We excited to have y'all.
That's a little better. That nigga went full-fledged, goddamn.
That nigga said that's a little better. That shit was the worst shit
Hey,
ever.
man.
And that was you want to see that
I was
animated shit.
uncomfortable at first. Shit.
Relax now.
That nigga. Yeah, I was just.
I was like, we about
Like, it
to
was
about to
just
go there. That's
him
all.
and them,
So
goddamn.
yeah.
They felt the moment.
Episode motherfucking 13.
It's 13.
Brandon
13, season 2.
Brandon is choosing violence again, y'all. But hey, man.
Because what did I say? He's an asshole.
That wasn't even asshole-ish then.
It's starting to come through. You trying to stifle it.
Watch this.
It's
episode.
leaking.
Just watch.
It's leaking. It's leaking.
Watch this.
So,
we should do an asshole count at the bottom. Goddamn.
Hey,
Man,
for
whole
real.
moment
By the
count.
time you get to the end of this,
we gotta get a
count how
real team
many-
on this shit. We gotta get a team.
count how many times he's been an
There's
asshole.
gonna have to be a team for that.
Watch.
A team.
Just watch.
So yeah, again, episode 13, man. We really rocking with y'all, and thanks for rocking with us. And while we here, man, let me just ask: if y'all here, chances are y'all done already subscribed. Man, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, man.
Yeah.
Subscribe, comment, share, hit the bell,
Hit the bell.
comment, cause Brandon gonna respond.
One of these days.
Yeah.
At some point.
Hey, I got in trouble in the comments. Boss, what's her name? God damn it, I always forget her
What she
name.
say?
And Brandon, you scared of these comments? I ain't gonna be writing all this shit, and you just read it. Out. So clearly, I read that right. Sorry, I was working,
But clearly you didn't respond.
I was just about to put, bro. That was so funny. I was just about to put crying faces.
He's just gonna respond to one person and then leave. Leave everybody else hanging. So again, asshole meter is leaking.
Put a count.
That
Put a count on it.
That don't count.
Put a count on it. It's on them. It ain't on us.
All right.
So man, since we here for episode 13, we're gonna give y'all a good one, man. And we're gonna talk love languages.
It always
And
gets brought up in everybody's conversation.
Yeah,
but
we see it everywhere. So we figured, man, we would, you know what I'm saying, try to touch base on it a little bit. We talk a little romantic stuff,
little bit.
relationship stuff.
Do
I think we hint on relationship stuff because we all we talk about y'all relationships and stuff, and we have to be
I
reminded.
don't want to be talking about
sometimes.
yours, huh?
I ain't got, you know what I'm saying? It's me and the Lord. It's me and the Lord. But
all day and night.
See, I'm working on.
I seen it coming.
It's him and the Lord.
I'm single on my tax paperwork. All right. So, yeah, we
Only you and the Lord know, right?
We're gonna talk about these love languages.
But see, honestly, to make sure we put this in here, I want to mix it in. Like, love languages ain't just got to be your romantic relationship.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, the way we communicate should be geared towards
Love language.
our love languages.
I think love ain't just shared romantically.
Oh.
I love you, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that was all you heard. Love. Fuck y'all niggas love. You ready to shoot an elbow at a nigga, man.
Nigga on that love.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, your love language ain't necessarily your romantic love. Cause even in the way you deal with your friends or your homeboys, you still need to know how they work. You know what I'm saying? To
I
know
ain't never
how to
thought
approach
about
them
it
with
like
certain
that,
things.
though. Like
Yeah.
love language for like a homie.
It's just
And
relationships.
for real, think
period.
about with your kids. Like, how can you best get them to respond? Treating them with their love language. And I was listening.
But ain't love languages though only directed for like romance situations?
I
Not
wouldn't say
necessarily.
so.
Nah, because
So that
I would
means
think
it's
that a coach.
It's different ones then. Like
I would think that a coach would know how to.
If you go in the bookstore, they
how
actually
to-
do have different books for the
love
different
language.
languages.
you
Yeah,
trying to
for
say I don't
different-
go in the bookstore?
I said you didn't read. That's all.
I'm not saying that.
Okay.
Now, if you want to say it,
I done been in a bookstore before.
okay, that's what's up.
1996.
At Alabama State, getting them books.
Hang out.
But
Oh, okay, all right.
but
Scotty.
nah, but for real, I think it's just the way that you approach anybody that you display love with.
Yeah,
Would that make sense?
yeah.
It's kind of like what we say it all the time, like know your audience, right? It's
That's
literally just that, like
exactly
knowing
that.
how to approach other people on your football team, other people in your daily, like however you know what I'm saying, you move it. So I wouldn't even say love, just the language,
Relational languages.
relational language in which we put out there to make stuff happen.
Different, dude.
That's good.
I
We
ain't know-
can
ain't
we
talking
gonna
about
we gonna
that
take their
Thursday.
concept
Yeah,
and
I
write a
like
book
Yeah.
and
Now-
sell just as many copies.
Now we can make it just romantic if you want to talk
Nah,
about it
for
like
sure.
I
that.
don't have
In that
to.
sense.
I like that. I was just saying we ain't talk about it Thursday, so I wasn't prepared.
Okay.
You was prepared for everything
So
else.
Thursday was what? Thursday got you prepared. Thursday sent you in the prep
I
mode.
wasn't prepared.
That's
He
what's
been
up.
preparing for y'all all yesterday.
I'm proud of
Thanks,
my boy. 'Cause
thanks
he
a
was,
lot, guys.
oh
Let
man,
me down.
we threw you a goddamn zinger, didn't it?
Curve, little curve
Let me
on
down.
it.
Let me throw my notes away. God damn it.
Goddamn, Roger. He had notes this time. we fucked him.
Nigga had no notes.
God damn it. These niggas
Man,
had
they
a
had no
separate
notes
conversation, clearly.
Not at all.
Hey, but look, so since Byron, you brought us in, you set us up, you told us what we're gonna talk about. I think you should continue to lead in this discussion.
That's fine.
You ready?
So yeah.
Bet.
Good.
You know
I
how
did.
we try to brush that off. For
I
us
still
real
had
quick.
my notes right over there. Look at, and both y'all niggas look. And both y'all look. This nigga
Be
said,
cool, be cool.
what?
I
Nah,
said, oh, really?
I think
They rolling on the screen.
Crazy.
so as far as myself, man, I honestly, like usually when you take the test, it'll show you that you probably do enjoy all of them. Just
A certain
you
percentage.
usually just do your higher two. I think mine probably would be physical touch and more than likely words of affirmation. And it's usually like I also read somewhere that your love languages are usually things that you didn't receive or there was a lack of in your childhood.
Really? Because I kind of read and heard the opposite. It's like whatever you get fed a lot, you kind of grow into. So I like to hear, like,
So
So one of y'all lying.
so the
or both of us right.
yeah, or we read different articles, because all these doctors think they the premier doctors and write a premier motherfucking article. So my premier doctor said, my premier motherfucking doctor said, there's the stuff that you didn't get, and
Yeah.
and it almost makes sense because my family wasn't like a huggy, touchy-feely family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't do a lot of hugging and stuff like that, and I feel like as you kind of walk into your adulthood and then you have kids, or you know what I'm saying, like with your people that you are romantically linked to, or even your homeboys or whatever, I think sometimes you can kind of say to yourself, either I knew I lacked that, so I'm going to display that, or I didn't get that and I'm fine, so I'm gonna just keep it moving. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think mine was the first. Like, I didn't get that. I knew I needed it, so I'm gonna give it to other people because I'm sure that they probably need it at some point. So like, not necessarily like, and it ain't even like a touchy feely, like in a groping type of way, but just more like hugs and shit like that. Making sure,
the sun go down.
Yeah. So like making sure people know that they're loved. Just like simple touches. Like I rub people, like the chick who if I'm dealing with you, I just rub your back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I remember like one young lady was like, she said, that shit's soothing, but what made you do that? Like you can just see, like some people just need shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the touchy feeling and words of affirmation.
Tough episode.
I didn't, huh?
It's gonna be a tough episode for me to hold in this asshole.
Why you need to hold it in, bro? Just be
Because-
you.
yeah, be
You said
yourself.
I'm not that. You said I'm not that. Just be you, bro.
Be yourself. Let you tell it you ain't.
Exactly.
Everybody else in the world feels that you are.
Everyone that knew you and all the new subscribers. They know
they
now.
probably already picked up on it.
Come on, man.
Hey, he got that happiness in his hand too. He got that
Pepper.
happiness in his hand.
This is all he had to drink.
Somebody, it's tons of other shit in
That-
there. He just
look,
chose
That and Red
happiness.
Bull. Which one of y'all gonna
Yeah,
sponsor
man.
us first?
Listen, fuck with us.
We're gonna Dr. Pepper.
Fuck with us. Get
But-
the 23 flavors. But
So you feel like you didn't get a lot of physical love, physical touch shown to you as a child.
right.
And was it a conscious thing, like I want to put more of this in my world, or was it just innate? It just started. I just started hugging people.
Just randomly, like go to jail doing this shit. Honestly, I think it was kind of innate. I think it just happened initially, and then as I got older and realized like it was something that I was missing.
Yeah.
I think it was just like, well, why don't I give what I was missing to see if other people were missing it too?
Yeah.
And the words of affirmation, the same thing. Like I didn't get a whole bunch. Like I said, I think we talked about it in an earlier episode. Like my family wasn't like, "Hey, I love you," or "Hey, you're doing a good job." It was like, "Man, good
still
grades.
alive.
I'm glad you got them grades up." You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hey, how did your family show you love? Did it show in these 5 spaces? Do we need to tell them what the 5 are?
yeah, go ahead, tell them what.
All right, let's see if I can remember. Words of affirmation, quality time, physical touch, receiving gifts, and I always forget the last one.
He volunteered for some shit. And
I didn't
don't even
volunteer. He told me, so I saw
know. You
it.
the one brought it up.
So you fill it in there.
I don't fucking know.
We know.
You know. Asshole for you too.
I think,
Hey, we know that last one ain't for me. Ain't me. Acts of service.
acts of service.
Active
Okay.
service.
So I think my family probably did like more acts of service.
Yeah.
Like, cause it was like, I'm gonna just show you how I feel about you and show you that I care by just making sure that you're good.
Yeah.
Like as far as you got clothes,
You got food.
I'm gonna feed you. I'm gonna make sure you get to where you gotta go. You know what I'm saying? So
You're supposed to know I love you from those.
exactly,
things.
and you did that,
That-
or at least I did.
Yeah.
You seen the movie Fences?
Yeah.
That's what
That
it sounded.
it was their it was his dad. Yeah,
that was my
like
pop.
boy, I ain't gotta tell you I love you.
Nigga.
I get up every day and do all this shit that I don't want to do.
Nigga, I don't have
To
to,
take
like
care-
you.
yeah.
Yeah.
have to
I don't
you.
gotta like you.
Yeah. That's it's a deep movie, man.
Yeah, and I think
Did it go outside of like? Because to me, those things are really the bare minimum. But did it go outside of just feeding, housing, clothing, taking you places? Did it go out into like, hey, I went in, I cleaned your room or something. Just I did
hell.
something for you. and that's what I'm trying to think of. Like to me, those are necessities, bare minimums, and that might have been their mindset. But did it show anywhere else outside of just like the standard?
I think again, it's kind of like we have to remember, like we are talking about, like we're not far removed from slavery.
Hell yeah.
And like our grandparents and our great grandparents were one generation or actually coming out of it, right?
Yeah.
So the things that they display as love were passed down, and that was kind of what we caught, right?
Yeah.
So we didn't necessarily catch what is considered like all those things now, right? Because they could only do what they knew. Like
Right.
that's one, and man, that's one of the things. Like when I be seeing people making all these
T-shirt.
posts, like all these people making all these posts about, like, man, my parents ain't do blah blah blah, and I caught the bare minimum.
they
And
ain't know about
they
it.
could only do
Yeah.
only do what they knew. You know what I'm saying? Like if that's all they knew to show love,
Yeah.
then that was what. Like a lot of people, you couldn't even show a whole bunch of love. Like think about it like this: if you were in slavery, if I had this one kid that I showed him all this love, the person who wants to hurt me will know I can hurt you by taking that from you.
Yeah.
That's a fact. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So my way of showing you love may have been in the smallest of ways. I'm gonna give you an extra piece of cornbread. Bruh, my grandmama, like, bruh, I didn't eat liver. Period. Like,
neither.
right.
me neither.
So I hate liver,
I
right?
think anybody should.
Bruh, but you know, like, but sometimes it be like, and I know I got my friends who they mamas and dads was like, this all we cooking.
Yeah.
You gonna eat this shit. And they ate it, right?
You
My
had
grandma
to.
used to be like, that's all right. I cooked you some chicken. I cooked you some chicken.
Yeah.
We're gonna make sure you don't die.
Yeah, that's a
tonight."
good one
You're
right
like,
there. Yeah.
Thank you, grandma. Because I was about to run away from home. I had packed all this shit up. I was headed on the way out.
I had my rolly boot,
You know
my
what I'm
rolly
saying?
book bag.
Listen, I was on my way. Listen, like a cartoon, had put all this shit in a little bag and
knapsack,
threw it up over
threw
my
it over.
arm, over my shoulder. But that was the love that we, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like my grandma kept me from getting ass whoopings. Thank you. I love you. That was the way she showed it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that was how we caught it.
Yeah.
And we didn't look at it like it was something extra. It was just like, man, this is what my grandma do for me. You know what I'm saying? Or this was. But as you get older, you realize like that was done out of love.
That was
you know what I'm
her
saying?
showing her
it
love.
Was her showing her love.
Yeah.
My grandfather was the same way. Like it wasn't like he wasn't like, hey boy, I love you. You know what I'm saying? But he showed me in his own way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like again, like what you were saying about the parents, I think it goes back to you can only do what you know, right?
Yeah.
We've gotten to a point where we understand and see something different and like, man, I could have really used this, and this. So let me pass it along. Like I pass it along to my nephews and my nieces, right? So in that, I understand that, but it was different for them. It was different for them, and and it's not that I don't appreciate what was done or what was given, because I do. You know what I'm saying? And along the way, it taught me enough to know that I needed a little bit more. Whether I needed it from my partner or just to give it to myself, but I knew I needed it, and I figured out how to make it happen. So that
I feel like you said something that's really big and honestly could change somebody's perspective on how they grew up. Is like the love language, you say it now, everybody has some type of idea of what it is or have heard about it, maybe read the book. But growing up, our parents, this wasn't a thing that was all over the place. And of course, their parents, it wasn't a thing that was sprouted all over. So them not even knowing about these spaces of showing love, now I look back at my childhood and I'm like, yeah, she didn't do that, but she didn't really know she needed to.
right, exactly.
Anybody can now look back at their life because of really what you just said and how you presented it is like, damn, and maybe I shouldn't hold this grudge because she didn't know.
And
She was treated this way, she was raised this way, and so she thought that was the way to do it. But now we have the more you know.
Yeah, and like the last 30 years, mental health, the whole study of mental health and everything is kind of picked up to a different level outside of them shocking people and feeling like that was the way to fix stuff, right? So now we have a better understanding of it, and now everybody got the answers in the last 25, 30 years.
Right.
Before that, it was
That's my lifetime.
like, let me figure this shit out. Like, pack some mud on it, put a Band-Aid on it, and get back out there. You know what I'm saying?
Did you eat? You clothes? You got a house?
Yeah.
I love you.
Exactly. So it wasn't like, now we like, hey man, work on, like, give your kid a space to be emotional and share and like, and I think that's amazing. But when we was kids, first of all,
no such thing.
I don't come in here yelling at me, talking about how you feel. I don't give a shit how you feel. That's how a lot of parents felt. So you, like, yes, hey, you can have all these.
Allowed to have no feelings.
You know what I'm saying? When you start paying some bills, then you get the feel here.
I said, you don't like
know what
it?
I'm saying?
You go
You
buy
can
it.
go. If you don't like it, you can go.
Yeah.
You like, go where?
Yeah, that shit
Go.
crazy. when you
So
think about it.
but it's now because we know something different. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we can't blame them.
Yeah.
Nah, hell no.
And I feel like some people do
Yeah.
blame their parents
Exactly.
or hold some type of ill will because my parents didn't do this for
Yeah.
me. Well, they didn't know about it.
Now if your parents was like
Yeah,
popping
beating.
pills and doing all kind of shit.
Yeah,
and
I'm not
you-
saying
yeah,
everybody has that
smoking crack.
argument,
Like,
but
yeah, like you
just take a
you-
look at your
like,
life a little different.
If
That's
you
all.
ain't Dahmer, you good. You know what I'm saying?
It's a little further than that too, but yeah, god damn.
I know it's steps in between.
But yeah,
Nigga went there.
you had a chance if your parents weren't dumb, bro.
Listen, my man, I don't know if y'all
You
watched
watched the
that
show?
series.
I ain't
Yes.
watched it yet.
I watched it because I'm
whole
all
thing?
about it. Yeah.
If you can get past the first episode, you good. That first episode was a motherfucker.
Rough.
Like,
Yeah, I think if you get past the second one too, once you get past the second one, you in the clip.
I might
But
have to
but yeah, I watched it.
take a
and,
gander.
it was a period, man. My man was living at the house by himself. He was
As a
like
child.
17.
Yeah.
He was at home by himself. His mom was just like, I'm gone. His dad wasn't there, and he was a 17-year-old at the crib by himself.
All the thoughts in the world can start to.
That, but also he was already dealing with his own stuff prior to that. Him being by himself just gave him way too much time to really get into it.
Yeah.
And then he was by himself, just in his thoughts, and then could put those thoughts into action.
Without any authority imposing on him.
So it was a different situation.
I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go
like
take a
that,
look.
bro.
I'm
That-
gonna have to go take a look at it.
Yeah,
It's
but
some
that,
sick shit.
yeah, that's some different. There's some other stuff going on
That's some-
Yeah.
that should have been a handled earlier in his life that didn't, and then it was too late. But
Watch your
back to
kids.
these love
But yeah,
languages.
I can kind of feel what you said is yours. But like I was thinking about both of y'all when we said this was gonna be the topic. Like what would be your love languages? And I thought those two for you, and then you, I couldn't pinpoint it. So what is your love
Oh,
language?
this is my turn now. You doing a good job today, brother. I just want to let you know.
I appreciate
He
that.
hosting, ain't he? You want to sit in the middle?
No, not at all. They like looking at you.
You were done?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. I made you done.
I mean, I jump back in. You know what I'm saying? If something come up.
But my two would be I think physical touch and gifts, receiving gifts.
Just
That's
them
just-
two? Because I feel like I just feel like I see so many in you,
No,
but
I mean, shit, all of them. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
and
are
like you
good.
said, everything has
Yeah.
a percentage in you.
all of them are good, but it's like the words of affirmation. Like we
Yeah,
talked
he
about.
he
this
he
a
can
while
gas
back.
himself. He
Yeah,
gas himself
like,
up.
Yeah,
What you said? I smack my own self on that.
Right.
Like I don't need it because I'm just so self motivated.
yeah,
Like, and it's not a gas up, but it's like if I'm gonna do something, nigga, I don't need you to tell me like, hey, bro,
Good
you know,
job.
good job. Like, nah, I'm already so hard on my fucking self that I
Yeah.
want to do a great job. You know what I mean? But hearing it, yeah,
that's
always
it's just a
dope.
cherry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's always dope. But I don't need it.
Yeah,
Some
The
people.
it's the extra Dr.
Yeah,
Pepper.
some people need exactly. Some people need it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To even like feel accomplished. Hell nah, we talking about cutting the grass. If I goddamn finish cutting the grass and I can look out that bitch and see that shit, that look good,
Yeah.
goddamn it, I'm good.
What if
Yeah.
somebody comes and say, "Yeah, that's a little uneven over there," and they start picking at your
Nitpicking
work?
and
Do
shit.
you feel attacked, or are you still good about what I feel about what I did?
I'm gonna be like, damn, and I'm gonna try to fix it. Like, cause that's just me. Like, I
Yeah.
hate being sorry. So if you see something like, damn, you might be
that
right.
can make you
I
better.
appreciate it. You know what
But
I
when
mean?
they, when they tell you that it don't affect your feelings or your love
Nah,
for yourself,
Nah,
that's
not-
good.
Nah,
Yeah,
hell nah, not damn. Fuck no.
'Cause a lot of people get down when
Yeah.
other motherfuckers can pinpoint shit about them or about their work and shit like that.
Yeah.
It really fucks with a lot of
I
people.
might be
man.
like, motherfucker, look at your yard. This shit probably perfect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then I go fix my shit. You know?
they might know what they talking about a little bit. Yeah,
But nah, you have to listen sometimes.
yeah.
But those two definitely my top two.
What was the second one?
Receiving gifts.
Receiving gifts. So
And physical touch. Okay.
Receiving gifts. So we talked about the words of affirmation. What was the other one?
Acts of
Quality
service.
time.
Quality time.
That's probably That's your close third.
That's three.
Yeah, that's definitely a close third. Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, and then acts of service, like if you do something
For you.
yeah, I mean,
Thank you.
yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And I don't need it, but I don't know. That might be a close third.
And that's to me from looking outside.
That might
I
be.
see a very tight like that. Words of affirmation. I know that's off to the side.
Yeah.
But the other four are pretty tight.
Yeah, that shit. But see, I don't like physical touch. Like it's like I like to feel like wanted.
Do you like being rubbed on, or you just like having sex?
No, all of it. Like
Yeah.
you can rub my knee, Brian. You can rub my back if you want to.
I'm not gonna rub a damn thing
That's
on
what
you.
you say. You my homeboy. God
She
damn.
did say that.
I was talking about women.
Oh, women. Okay. You didn't say that.
Clarification.
But bro, get my back.
Punch in your goddamn armpit.
Your armpit.
Physical touch.
I love you.
That soft ass skin. That's
But yeah, like that shit. Like it feels good to feel wanted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I love that shit. And then gifts, I just feel like this shit is so big to me. Like I don't like that shit. It's like you took the time out to fucking just like nigga, you love the fuck like you love me. Like whatever it is, like nigga, you could bring me a Gatorade. Man, that's my nigga. Like that nigga thought about me cause you don't have to.
Yeah.
Like nigga, you could literally go to the store, get yourself a Gatorade and a water and be
good.
Good.
Yeah.
But the fact that you even thought enough of me to even get me, like, bro, yeah, that shit. Yeah. Like,
Top of the
that
line,
shit
huh?
gets me. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So, like I said, feeling wanted is the physical touch. Like, you know,
Yeah.
it just does something. And then the gifts, but the quality time, that's cool. But you know, motherfucker can get tired. You know what I mean? Sometimes, like,
Yeah.
all right, shit,
Yeah.
it's cool. And then the what was the quality,
Affirmation.
acts of quality,
Acts of service.
acts of service. Yeah.
So let me ask you this, real quick. Have you ever found yourself like dealing with somebody or like a certain situation and your way of showing them what your love language was, you kind of started to do that for them?
Putting
Like-
my love language for them.
Yeah, like,
Hell yeah.
like here, let me give you something sort of
Hell
encourage
yeah.
your ass to give me something.
Hell yeah. Yes. And it
Is
didn't
that
mean,
natural?
Yeah, absolutely. I
It
think
didn't mean
a lot of
shit,
people
you
do
know
it.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, even-
because if it's not their language, they're not even reading it. As
Even,
that.
even with the
They
wife, like it's like
Thank you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
to me, it's
Thank
like,
you.
I
Cool.
buy her some shit or something. It's like, okay, thanks.
So what's your wife's love
That
language?
motherfucker wanna words of affirmation all day. Like, and I
Yeah.
get it. You know what I mean? And acting service.
He
You
ain't
want me
that
to
way.
do some
He
shit.
ain't mean that way.
He meant it exactly how he said it.
He ain't put an exclamation behind it.
Exactly
That's what
how he
sounded like.
said
He
it.
just meant it
Nah.
with a period.
Exactly how he said it.
Yeah, that I understand it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she, nigga, tell me, you know, like,
Yeah.
I want to hear it.
Yeah.
And then acting service.
Don't assume that I know that I did a good job.
Yeah.
Tell
me,
me.
motherfucker. Yeah. Smack me on the ass and tell me good job.
Send me
You
out the
feel
door.
me? Yeah. You know what I mean? And then acts of service. And I think that means a lot to her because of who I am. You know what I mean? Like,
Cause you don't give a fuck most of the time.
no, it ain't that I don't give a fuck. Like,
Nah,
she
getting
you know,
her husband doing
do a
this,
lot,
doing this. Yeah.
right? She do a lot. So it's like, for Brandon to do this, like, oh shit, you know what I mean? So I think that means a lot. to her.
Why is it that impactful if Brandon did it? I mean, if you do it all the time, then
But I don't do it all the time.
that's what I wanted you to say.
Oh no, that was clear, right? Shit.
No, I don't think it was. I just wanted to make it
Oh
clear.
yeah, no, because I don't do it all the time.
I'm gonna make my acts of service so somebody do these motherfucking comments. Then that make me feel good.
That nigga don't love
Then
you.
I
Too
rub your back.
bad.
That man don't love you.
Man, I ain't gonna be getting the back rub. I'm just bullshit.
Oh man.
But yeah, those would be mine, and I work on that shit though, like, you know, for other people,
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean. So
Do you try to, like, when you realize somebody's love language, do you try to perform towards that for them?
yeah,
Or is it
Hell
Does it have to be a certain person, or is it just everybody? You people at work you deal with?
Nah, cause I don't. See, it's going back to that. I don't get fucked enough. Like, it's only. Yeah, like
Certain people.
Yeah,
Person that you care about.
Yeah. Like, but I can give 3 fucks about whatever you feel. You know, outside of that.
Yeah.
Circle.
That circle.
Even some that's in it, like, you know, shut the fuck up. Like, you know what I mean? It's I don't know. But yeah, I think it's more.
That's us.
Right outside. We stride
We on the line. Some days we
line.
fall off. Sometimes we fall.
Man, how was y'all work week? Oh, must be a good. This must have been a foot in day.
Man,
This must have been a foot in day.
I'm in.
Hey, once you.
Nigga send out a message. I'm in.
Hey, something I haven't had trouble with is like once I learned my wife's love language, and it's completely different from mine. It's like the opposite for me.
Yeah.
When you learned hers, was it easy for you to like, all right, I'm gonna lean into that, or was it a process of, all right, I gotta try to do this. All right, I gotta try to do this.
It's a process until it becomes like a habit, right? Because at first you don't realize it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, love languages was new to me. That was a few years back. You know what I mean? Maybe 6-7 years. So I ain't never even thought about no shit like that, even heard about no shit like that. But when we read it, it was like, oh shit, okay, that's interesting. And so we discussed ours, and you know, it was just like, all right, cool. So when she told me hers, I thought I did it. You know what I mean? Because I'm always, I feel like I'm always like encouraging and whatever. Like, nah, you got this shit. Like, you know, because that's just me.
Yeah.
Naturally. But it's other shit, you know, like on some days, like, nigga, I need to, you know, because when shit becomes habit, right? So if the house stays clean or she stays cooking or she stays doing shit for the kids, it becomes habit, right? So you kind of feel like it's just what
normal.
It's a part of your routine.
Yeah.
It's routine.
Nah.
Yeah.
But she don't have to do
She
that.
don't at all, right?
Yeah.
So you still need to, like,
Affirm.
let her know, like, or whoever. Like, you know,
I appreciate
I see
that.
you.
Yeah.
I see you.
Because honestly, I hear this because I'm words of affirmation. I hear the same thing you hear when somebody goes and buys you a gift. It's like, you didn't have to say that.
Yeah.
I could have did everything that I did. You never said nothing. I still did it. It's still gonna get done. But for you to go outside of yourself to give me affirmation to tell me that you appreciated what I did, that what I did was actually some type of good for this world.
Yeah.
It gives me that same feeling of like, damn, he does give a damn.
Right.
He does.
You notice.
Yeah, you notice me in this
Yeah.
world.
Yeah.
And I feel like, honestly, in every space, I mean, I only live in mine where I'm words of affirmation. And I think mine used to be, my second one used to be physical touch. I don't think it is anymore.
Because the shit can definitely change.
I feel like mine
It can definitely
has.
change.
I can't even tell you what my second one is.
Just
'Cause
words of
gifts-
affirmation.
Yeah. And I think that comes from childhood. But because gifts, I appreciate it. Thank you. But it don't really trigger nothing inside of me. It don't fill that tank for me.
Yeah.
Quality time, I mean, I'm kind of
You be on the move.
yeah, I'm kind of an introvert at heart anyway. So I'm like, I like my own time if I can get it. I don't
I'm
really
like that
need
too.
nobody in my space. Acts of service, another thank you.
Yeah.
And then
I could
it's
probably
always
see,
one more.
I feel like I can see acts of service being one for you, and it might be the same reason because I started to notice it as of recent.
Yeah.
With myself, like you get so used to doing everything for yourself
Yeah.
that when somebody else takes some shit off your plate, you be like,
Thank you.
damn.
Nah,
Yeah.
I disagree. I mean, because Wild is the type of nigga, like, you could take something off his plate, he might be like, thank you. But I think that nigga gonna probably go back and be like, let me make sure he did that shit right.
No, I feel like that, but I also feel like he'll probably put something else on his plate to fill that spot.
That's what I thought you were gonna
Like,
say. Yeah,
yeah.
I do that.
Yeah, like
I think
you took this
also,
from me.
yeah.
Cool. Like
now I got space to do
like,
some other shit.
Like, bro, with this, with
Yeah,
the pod, right?
yeah.
You like, cool. I don't gotta go in and censor this. Take
Yeah, I got
all
time
right.
to do some.
I'm gonna start a whole other podcast. You like, damn.
Shit
well,
bigger than
okay.
just taking
you know what?
cuss
Yeah.
words
I thought
out,
you was
yeah.
probably gonna take a nap, but don't worry about it.
Nah, I think because I don't like people like peeping over me. I think I do that on the like at the beginning when you ain't never really helped, and then I'm like, here, I'd be like,
I see you kind of know what you're doing.
All
Yeah,
right, he
I see
got
you know
it.
what you're doing.
I just try to be there.
Yeah,
you know?
but it's
But-
the same shit he was saying. I just thought it was still like, he did it, but let me
Let me
see.
take a peek. Yeah. Nah, I do. I ain't got the highest standards, but I have some standards, so I be trying to keep things on that level.
Yeah.
But once I realize, like, you straight, I'm
got
good.
it, yeah.
But for me, like I said, words of affirmation was huge growing up. Like, I don't know if it was just like my parents did it so much. My parents always told me, you did a good job. They tell you the truth. You did a
parents
good
never
job.
told me.
You did a bad job. Whatever it is. And I wanted to lean towards getting those, hey, you did a good job. You did a great job. We went in Little League soccer championships. I love everybody telling me how great I was, how good I did. School, you get good grades. They put you on the goddamn stage and say, here, congratulations, you did a good job. So I like that in my head. It just continued to manifest.
That makes a lot of sense when y'all go back to the childhood shit. I ain't get to that, but I think that's why I'm so like self-motivated,
Yeah.
because the shit that I got into, my parents weren't into it. They only like came to shit because I was doing it. So
Yeah.
it wasn't never no, man, that was a great ass job. Like, nigga, I scored 3 touchdowns tonight. My
Like
dad
they-
was like, we go home, watch the news. I'm on the news, and that nigga just, what we
Man.
eat? Like, you know,
Really?
what I mean? Like type shit. So to me, it was never nothing. I remember one specific game, man. It was after the game. We had a TV game, and my homeboy, like, and the shit made me feel so good. Like I said, it's just a plus. Like, I don't need it, but when
Yeah.
it happens, it's dope.
Yeah.
Like, this nigga sending me all kinds of texts. Nigga, they talking about you on, nigga, oh, nigga, you in, so I'm reading the text, like, oh, shit, I'm ready to go home and watch, you know what I mean? Watch the
Yeah.
game. But I never got that. Like, niggas used to be at the game looking in the stands.
For their parents. Yeah.
I didn't give a fuck.
That was me. Look, and I knew I wasn't gonna play.
Oh,
Still
shit.
looking. Still looking.
Like, I didn't care. So it was like, nigga, be great for yourself.
Yeah.
Like, and everything else will fall. But like I said, the extra, when the coach tell you, hey, what you did, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Nigga, I already know.
Look, when we walking across the field in flag football today, like I know myself,
Yeah.
I ball.
Yeah.
But when the other team come over there and be
They
like,
tell
hey,
you,
bro,
look.
you did your thing today. We
And
couldn't do nothing with you today.
Remember how we used to talk about like don't nobody know me out there type shit? And I
Yeah.
told you the right people do?
Yeah.
Nigga, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
That I don't need it from the nigga that's
Like-
watching the game.
Yeah, like
It's
the
the
people,
right
the people that you
two-
line up in front of.
The quarterback
When they-
and that
when
receiver.
they talk that
Yeah.
them
shit.
two motherfuckers
When
know.
they know,
Yeah.
I'm good.
yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? That's it.
Yeah.
So, but
See,
yeah.
when anybody says it to me, it's like it feels that tank. And honestly, I feel like that's what kind of got me in the space of like I need to do stuff.
Yeah.
Because the only time you get affirmations is when you do stuff.
Yeah.
It's like you don't get just being alive, just being here. Great job.
But you know what, man? I feel like that's something we could do a better job of.
100%.
Because you can affirm people, man, into their greatness.
Yeah.
Like, you know how many
you
people
could.
are just need to hear that they could probably do something really, really
Yeah.
well.
Nigga was about to
and
give
they'll
up that
walk-
same day, and you
Boy.
come, hey, boy, that shit right there, hey, you did it.
Or,
Nigga like, oh, shit,
or like,
alright,
hey,
I'ma
look,
keep going.
look, I saw you doing this, but if you did this,
Yeah.
man, you'll probably be fucking awesome at
Nigga
it.
probably
Nigga, like,
wasn't even thinking about it like that. Man, you know what?
you know, I'm gonna try
And
that.
I remember being the guy at the back of the line. And when somebody would say, like one of the DBs would be like, oh, you ran a great route. I remember how that affected me. So last year I went in and kind of helped coach my high school a little bit, just on Mondays. And I would see the kids at the back of the line. Like the kids at the front, everybody telling them how great they is. Of course, they making hella catches, great plays, running great routes. But them kids at the back are the ones that need that. I saw you put your foot in the ground like that. Maybe if next time you snap your head around. Next time, frame the ball with your hands. It might be a big play for you. I started talking to him about Devontae Smith, like the little things that he does. Bruh, he catches the ball here.
Yeah.
That's another 10 catches a year. And they're like, oh man, let me start working on that. But those little things, those little affirmations of like, hey, you could be great. You might not be doing what number one is doing right now. But if you start working on these little things, you can get to a space where you are the guy.
And the right people to see
Man,
it.
that shit's so fun. Y'all got me thinking about all kinds of shit. Singing in church. They ain't never out the church. It wasn't never, man. You did good. It was just like,
Yeah, we know
what you were
what
supposed
we
to do.
Yeah.
It was what you were supposed to
you
do.
know what I mean? Yeah, it was like it was what, and I couldn't say no to shit. So it was like I had no choice. That was another thing. Like I can't say no to it, so I might as well do my best. Because if I go up there and fuck up some shit, I'm getting in trouble. First of all, you didn't even ask me if I wanted to do this shit.
Yeah.
So, nigga, what if I don't want to do it and just having a bad day? There's no such thing as none of that shit.
I think that's something we got to be conscious of is like, if you would go up there and mess up, everybody going to rag you. But if you go up there and do your thing, they just, we expect them to do that. We got to get the same energy on one end as we do on the other
but you
end.
get it from like, the other people, at church or whatever, like, but from your folks,
Really?
It's like the
Grandma give you a
people who
Dad is
expect
like,
it. The people who expect it from you.
they look proud, when it's happening.
Yeah.
They looking proud, but they don't tell you.
They don't let you know.
Yeah.
The people who expect it from you expect it from you. So you're not gonna get that praise. It's kind of like, I was in a relationship that was like that, like where I didn't get that from my partner. I didn't get it from my girl until after everybody else did it. Now, it was the exact opposite for her. I would gas her ass, right? So she'd be like, "Thank you." Somebody else was like, "Hey man, I like them shoes." Now bro, them shoes.
Just told her.
Bro, them shoes look good on you.
bro.
We walk outside, somebody like, "Them shoes look good, girl." Thank you, like, bitch. I just
Bro, that's so funny. That's so, all right, quick little note.
Do your thing.
So funny. So, it's like my junior year high school. I made the paper. My dad and them, it was like after a hurricane or something too. But they went to McDonald's. And the nigga used his debit card or whatever. And the lady that was there saw the last name on the motherfucker, right?
Yeah.
And she was like, your son go to Blunt? And so my mama was with him. And he was like, yeah, like Brandon, whatever. He's like, yeah, that's my boy. And she was just, all these, that boy this and that boy, man, y'all going places, all that kind of shit. And he was in that bitch like, so my mama come home, she was like, let me tell you about your dad. This motherfucker just taking all the credit and don't even come to the
I taught the nigga how to backpedal.
I taught him how to catch.
Yeah, man, my mama was on his ass, bro.
I taught him how to backpedal.
That shit was so funny, bro.
How to get in and out of that
But
shit.
after that, though,
That's crazy.
after that, he became like, he was at every game and,
Yeah.
still not, because he ain't really into sports, but it was like, damn. Like,
You
my
showing
boy
the
really out
interest.
here, goddamn.
Showing
like,
that interest
let
now.
me see what's up.
Yeah.
Type shit. But yeah, it took that for the motherfucker, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
That's
that
crazy.
shit funny, dog. That shit funny.
Let me flip this at the end. It's like, so we know our love languages.
Mm-hmm.
We get in a relationship, and I'm gonna go to really anybody's space, and you show or tell somebody what your love language is, and they don't try to lean into it. How does that make you feel? Like you've expressed it to them, and it's not there, so you know for a fact it's not gonna just tomorrow it's gonna happen, but you've expressed it and they don't start to try to show you or try to give you what you need to fill your tank. How does that make you feel?
Not respected. And that shit big for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know like how that ends, but you
Not well.
think, huh?
Not well.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
well. I think you give grace though. Like you give period because I needed it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And shit, I'm still working on it. But if I could, you saying them not just working on it at all?
Yeah.
It'll probably have to be. It'll probably ruin the relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll probably ruin the relationship because I'm telling you exactly like, and people tend to not fucking listen to like, I'm telling you
Yeah.
exactly what the issue is.
I'm giving you the
still
answers.
telling me like, well, I'm telling you, motherfucker,
Yeah.
what the issue
Yeah.
is.
So you need to play. I'm giving you the
You
route.
know what I mean? Like I'm telling you, but you still got rebuttal to what you think it may be. It's got to be okay.
Man, listen, I do this shit all the time with people. Like I tell them something, then they be like, "Well, I guess." I be like, "You don't got to guess. I'm giving you the answers.
I'm
giving you the answers."
Yeah.
So like, I'm literally what he just described.
Or they telling
I'm
you,
giving
like,
you the answers.
You don't know what you talking about,
Right.
like nigga.
About me. I don't know what I'm talking about me.
Nigga, I'm telling
giving
you.
you
Only
the
person
answers.
that knows.
I'm telling you exactly what.
The only person that got an idea.
And I'm letting you in on
The secret.
answers,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You
And
telling
you like,
me?
nah.
Yeah. It's got to be that.
So I'm wrong about me.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah.
So here's a vulnerable moment.
All right.
So I know my wife's love language is quality time. I have not, and I've known this probably for 5 or 6 years since we started learning about love languages. I have not consistently given her quality time that she needs to be fulfilled. And us talking about this kind of really brought it back up in my mind. Because like you said, I can get to going. I can get to moving, getting in different spaces, doing different things, making things shake. But at the end of the day, I have to always keep her at the forefront of, I need to go make some time for my wife. So when you take something off my plate, it shouldn't be let me put something else outside of her in it. It's me need to, this is a chance that I can sit down and spend some time with my wife instead of
starting a non-profit organization for children who don't have two left shoes, who got two left shoes and need a right shoe.
Creating something out of thin air.
Right.
Yeah, spending time. And I think, to me, like, the message from this last little bit is, like, when somebody tells you to show them your love and to show them that you respect them, like Brandon said, at least give them the effort. Because I know I'm not going to do it off jump, but if I show my effort, they can feel, all right, you trying.
Man, let me, and the one thing we talked about, and I know this is huge, man, and it's something that need to be talked about. And especially men we don't express ourselves usually as well as women do, right?
Yeah.
Especially as it pertains to our feelings and emotions. Listen, don't do that shit to me so that I'll do it for you. Don't do that. Just tell me. Say, hey, I actually like when you buy me stuff. Now you buying me stuff isn't gonna resonate to me the same way it would for you. You see what I'm saying? Like you saying, here's a shirt. Thank you for another shirt.
Yeah.
Thank you for these shoes. I appreciate it. And she's expecting you to do it. And that's not
how I see the world.
That's not filling your glass, right? So it's not even hitting you. She wants you to buy her stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Just say, hey, I did the little love language test. These are my top 2 out of the 5.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Now that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right? But expecting people to read you in that way is like expecting me to read your mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like the communication and comprehension, of course, because and for some people who are doing that, they think that they're communicating this the right way.
Yeah.
But it's the comprehension part. You have to communicate stuff in a way that your partner understands or people around you understands, or it's just falling on deaf ears.
You gotta meet them where they are.
Right.
Even if they far away right now, you gotta go out there and get them
I got to be able to at least throw this comprehension out there so you can catch it. You know what I'm saying?
Look, it sounds like the reverse boundaries. Like boundaries, you telling people where the line is to stay out. You also got to tell people how to come in.
How to come in and to feel you in a way that you feel like I'm good.
Yeah.
Because if not,
y'all feel
gonna
empty.
be constantly bumping heads, and it ain't even gonna be bumping heads close. It's gonna be he gonna be all the way over there, or she gonna be all the way over there. And I know that was my problem. Like I've had issues communicating because of the non-confrontational part.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't want to have to back and forth with somebody or like make them feel less than because they're not doing exactly what I want them to do. But if they doing something that just doesn't work for you, it's just like they're not doing anything at all.
Yeah.
So I feel like in the grand scheme of all these of figuring out your love language and all that, if you ain't letting your partner know exactly what it is that you like the right way,
you're doing yourself an injustice
and a disservice.
Yeah,
man.
That was a good talk.
Great talk, man. Might have changed something in my life.
Hey, man.
That was a good talk.
Yeah, man.
That was. Yeah.
It was, man.
I enjoyed that, brother.
Yeah, it was a good one. It was a good one, man. I'm glad y'all know y'all love language because there's a lot of people who don't.
Yeah, if you
There's a lot
don't,
of people who don't.
go look it up. It's
Look it up.
5lovelanguages.com.
Yeah,
take the
I
test.
Take the
didn't
little
fucking
test.
know until I looked it up and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it'll cause you
This
to
is
look at your past
And
and
it-
how you move now.
Yeah, it'll help your relationship too
Absolutely.
if you act on
if
it.
you apply.
Yeah. Knowledge without action is ignorance, ain't it? Same thing.
Same thing.
Never heard that shit.
I just made it up.
I was like,
It sounded like
I was like, that's different. It's probably
Yeah,
the
I
book
never
that I
heard
didn't
that.
read.
The one at that bookstore.
yeah, that's the one I ain't go to.
Why we drinking this?
Mm-hmm.
Great show.
Red Bull,
It tastes better the second time.
we love y'all.
It gives you wings.
Peace.
No.
We love y'all.
Subscribe. Make sure y'all subscribe.
And
Share with a friend, cause we your friends. Do your thing, man.
And I learned this on. Hey, I
Felt it. I was
That
like,
nigga failed tremendously.
I learned this on the little Jeffrey Dahmer thing because he had killed a dude that was deaf, and the dude did this right here, him and his mama, and I was like, damn, that kind of makes sense.
This man sick.
all right, like I said, share,
You been fucking up lately, man.
subscribe,
Hey,
leave a comment. Cause look, one day, and this is accountability that we talked about previously. We're not gonna let Brandon just live his best life and not respond to them comments. So put them comments in. He gonna respond.
Put the comments in. I'm gonna respond. I promise.
I ain't saying it no more.
I
I'm
promise.
gonna keep saying it. Cause
got
I had that thought. I was like, I'm gonna stop saying it. And I was like, no,
I
I'm
ain't gonna
not.
say it no more.
Cause I give a fuck.
I ain't
He
bother
gonna
no more.
do these goddamn
Nah,
comments.
I'm gonna make a promise. I am. I promise.
I say.
This on
And
this
he
on air.
never makes a promise.
Oh yeah, don't you got an update on?
Oh, listen.
God damn.
By the time y'all see this, it'll probably be too late. What?
Nah,
update?
it'll be in the midst
Hey,
midst of it.
We finally got them out here, man.
We ready.
We ready.
Wallace
As you can see,
doing right
because
here.
Wallace don't give a damn. Today,
Yeah, I thought
we
I
out
knew
here in it. We dropping dimes and we dropping these t-shirts.
Dropping.
The day that we are recording this, October 1, we dropping these shirts. So listen,
Where they
Fuck with
going?
us.
Where they going?
y'all can, of course, y'all can hit us up on all our social media shit. But we sending y'all to our website,
We got the website popping.
droppingdimes.com.
We live,
We
baby.
legit.
Yes, sir.
We legit. We ain't, I know we at our.
Yeah, we got the
shooting at our
LLC on that
house.
thing,
want-
too.
we
I
want-
know we be
Thank
shooting at the house, but for real, we legit. Like
Yeah.
we for real.
Yeah.
And man, listen, I'm gonna be straight up. They talking about thank Byron. Yeah, I want to thank Ebony.
Straight up.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Like
Our guided, our
Like,
guardian
boy, I'm
angel.
talking about, like-
Guardian angel.
like
Fucking guardian angel.
whole lighter fluid. Our
Encyclopedia.
search for everything.
listen.
Like
Yeah.
man, we appreciate
Truly
you. I
appreciate
appreciate you. We definitely
I say,
appreciate you.
I do too.
Dropping Dimes appreciates you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but definitely go by the website, droppingdimes.com.
We got a month-long
own
pre-sale.
that.
So
Yeah,
the
we
entire
running
month of
pre-sale.
October,
$25 for the shirt.
put
That'll
your
get
order in.
That'll get you the shirt, get it shipped out to you.
November 1st, we shooting them out to you. Just go ahead and put your order in. It's the drop. Be
It's
the first.
drop for Dropping Dimes.
Just like I dropped that Red Bull.
Because you ain't got no hands. It's the drop for the Dropping Dimes t-shirt, man.
Yeah, man.
All right, so run over to the website. We're going to have something up, definitely, like I said, today, letting you know what to do, man. But look, just keep rocking with us, man, and just be patient with us. Just be a little patient.
We
got
we
it.
learning.
We getting it under control.
Yeah,
we
we
gonna have
learning.
it. We're gonna have it ready for y'all, man. But hey, keep rocking with us, man. We really appreciate y'all. Thanks for coming through, man. For giving us a little bit of your time. You know we love y'all.
All
Brandon even
love,
love
man.
y'all. Wallace even love y'all. Love y'all.
A lot.
Of course.
Peace.
All right.
Dropping dimes.
It's how I'm feeling inside. Every line that I ride, I just hope I don't cry. I'm just spitting. Yeah, I'm just spitting.